Okay, hello. Welcome to my re-debut. I do have my face cam on, so I am unfortunately gonna have to be mewing the entire time I'm talking to you because I have my monitor up here, so it's all gonna be side profile. I hope you do not mind. Can everyone hear my mic okay? Just type a little love heart in chat if you can or something. Okay, beautiful. Alright, so today, as you can see from on my screen, I have a project that I want to start. I basically have been massively interested in analog horror at the moment, so I kind of want to make my own analog horror content, but I have absolutely no experience. Thank you for the follow, a little bit. I have absolutely no experience in like making video games or making websites like a lot of analog horror is. And so I'm going to be doing some research on stream for you guys. Sorry, my music's messing up. I'm going to be doing some research on stream with you guys, hence Mystery Flesh Pit National Park. And then you are all forced to join me in my journey while I try and work out how to make my own analog horror game, and you will be credited when it becomes a international sensation. Does that sound good for everyone? I don't even care, I'm gonna do it anyway. So, we're starting on Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, which, if you don't know, is I guess it's not quite an analog horror, but it's more like a creepypasta, I would say. And it's this whole website dedicated to the now defunct Mystery Flesh Pit. And it's all created by this guy Trevor Roberts, and it has some of the best world building of any like horror concept I've ever really heard of. So yeah, so we're gonna just read through some of that now and see how we're all feeling about this as a piece of artwork, I guess. Sorry if I'm a bit janky and nervous, it's been quite a while since I last streamed, and it does feel quite odd to be sat back in my bedroom speaking to my laptop screen again. But here we go. Oh, also, I should say, if any of you are into analog horror or you like horror games, um, type in chat if there's any you want me to research for my next stream or things that you think I should add to my planning. We also do have a planning page here. It currently has Petscop content on it. But yeah, if there's anything else you think I should add, please let me know. I am going to hide that Word document so you can see the full screen. But how is everybody in chat feeling? Are we all happy to be here? Are we all happy to be exploring National Flesh Pit Mystery Flesh Pit National Park? Okay, so the way this is set out is something that I really, really like, and something that I probably, considering I have no video game creation knowledge whatsoever, something that I find more appealing, I think. So it's this entire website dedicated to this horrible phenomenon. If you need me to read stuff out or you want me to not read stuff out, because I am going to read stuff out. So we have these vintage style leaflets and pamphlets all across the website, and it basically, the overarching thing, we will talk about this, but the overarching theme is this Anodyne Deep Earth Mining Company, and their kind of manipulation of this cosmic horror creation, and how they turn it into like a business endeavor, I guess. It's pretty interesting, methinks. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about it now. Tourism poster for Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, 1980, from an area tourism book of the era. While the rural areas of West Texas are known for their sparse populations, one tourist attraction seems to continually generate a steady stream of visitors around vacation seasons. The titular Mystery Flesh Pit has been a wellspring of fascination for geologists, biologists, sociologists, engineers, and the general public alike. Guests are advised to book age-appropriate tours and activities well in advance of their visit, though the pheromonal discharges and the overall agitation level of the MFP can vary with short notice. Visitors should be advised to be prepared for changes in schedule and availability. So one thing that I absolutely love about Mystery Flesh Pit, I am working on a basic assumption that I've given you a good enough description of what Mystery Flesh Pit actually is. But I just realized I haven't completely. So it's basically this cosmic horror, kind of Lovecraftian entity that was discovered, and it's a living, breathing cave system. Um, and it has merch and prints and stickers. It's all fake, obviously. This doesn't actually exist. There's like souvenir shops and stuff. The entire world building of this is the main reason I wanted to discuss it on stream today, because if I were to make like my own analog horror, I would want it to be this level of detail. So as you can see, it's got everything like the surface maps. I won't read out every individual thing because you'll probably just get bored. But I wanted to show you something I find very, very cool in Mystery Flesh Pit. And that is... Well, first and foremost, as a wildlife nerd, the wildlife safety booklets. The amount of world building that's gone into absolutely every part of Mystery Flesh Pit is just insane. It's insane. So I'll leave this on screen if you can read it. So it's just a lot of analysis of very cool made up bugs and fungal growth, compound surface fauna, which we'll come back to in a bit, macrobacteria, which we'll also come back to. The organisms in Mystery Flesh Pit are kind of like its immune system, I guess. And so you'll see they have some of the most insane designs of any horror animals ever. The one thing about Mystery Flesh Pit that I am not that like into is that it's body horror on a macro scale. If I were to make my own, I would want body horror to people because I feel like analog horror does very well when it's uncanny, like think Mandela Catalog, Walton Files. So that is something I would change. Look at the art of the life forms. I think that, yeah, I would also need art help. This is why I wanted it to be a collaborative thing with chat, because you guys are all a lot smarter than me. But today's stream is literally just going over some of my favorite analog horrors and picking and choosing what we like from it. So I don't know how much detail you'll be wanting me to go into. No one's really active in chat, so if there's stuff you want me to talk about more as I scroll past it, let me know. I just love the aesthetic of it, all of the designs, the kind of retro designage. Look, stuff like this. I don't know, because it is uncanny, it is like freaky, but it's also on a macro scale. I just don't find it as unsettling as I would something else. Another game I absolutely adore is Faith, the Unholy Trinity. I think it's one of the best games ever made, and so I was thinking of doing something on that level of terrifying. But I don't know, no one's really talking in chat, so I'm just waffling a little bit. Oh, here we go. This is one of my favorite pieces of art in the entire thing. We have the major parasitic fauna. Every like aspect of the Mystery Flesh Pit has its own microcosm almost within the body. So there's like bronchial pools and there's hormone sacs. It's all very, very strange, but I don't know how much detail people are wanting. But something I find quite interesting about this, which I found out from a Wendigoon video, is that this gastric bristleworm and this abyssal copepod or sopapod, they are absolutely ginormous. I'm pretty sure he said at some point that the abyssal copepod can grow up to 27 feet long. So I find that really cool as well. I do love like creepy crawlies in my horror. Bone mites, macrobacterium. Just the level of world building that's gone into it, I find quite insane. And if there's any bits in particular you want me to talk about or look at, let me know. Oh, so this was the first discovery of the Mystery Flesh Pit, and it says, "Dear Colton, now you know more than most how I may be prone to hyperbole on occasion, but those Whitmer boys that called on Monday are onto something amazing. I mean really truly amazing. This isn't any mineral deposit, Colton, at least not like anything I've seen. I went ahead and sent some samples for you and Chris to start looking at. I didn't think you all would believe me if I didn't. This thing that those old-fashioned boys found is some kind of organic deposit that must go down for at least 500 or 600 feet by my reckoning. Not a fungus either. This thing breathes and makes sounds as any other creature. And it bleeds. God, how it bleeds, Colton. It's a mess out here. John and some of the others think it might be something from outer space. Most of the hombres we brought out to start the excavation call it Diablo debajo, and are real wary of going too close to what we figure must be the mouth of this thing. Right now, I don't think I care what it is or where it came from. I'm an oil man, and I think we're onto something real big out here. Once you and Chris start looking at these samples, go ahead and give Lenny a call to send out his crew, and make sure they bring at least 4 excavators. Pay them whatever they ask, and make it fast. Also, there's a card in here for a fella in Carlsbad with some pretty heavy-duty spelunking gear. Pay him whatever he wants to get here by Friday or Saturday. I'll call Beverly to have her put our other jobs on hold for the next 3 weeks, but you should remind her anyway. We need to move real fast on this. Dale Whitmer already left this morning to find someone in gumption to come take some photos. It'll be a circus once that happens. God help us if the feds come and lock it down. There's something about this thing that's important, and I don't want to see something this special get in the hands of some goddamn game warden." So, if you don't know the law, like I do, that first instance of discovery of the Mystery Flesh Pit is pretty interesting. James Jackson, as he said, he's an oil rigger, and he was digging to try find oil deposits and stumbled across this absolute abomination. Yeah. So that was the start of it. From there, we get all of the research projects. We see all of the animals, the safety tips, and then it becomes a national park. And we can see here as well some more developments on it. Dear Colton, things are really starting to take off down here. At around 3 or so last night, we broke a new depth record of 1,800 feet vertical descent from the moor. It's a damn shame you and the other folks are so spooked by this pit. To be down there in it is really something else. Now, don't misunderstand, I'm not saying it's easy. God almighty is it tough getting around down in its gullet and such. A man's gotta have an iron constitution or a mighty thick skull, and lucky me that the good Lord has seen fit to... Oh. That looks like a bot in chat. No. Bless me with both. Some of the boys here have rigged up scuba gear, and we've been able to squeeze around down there with some effort. Giant muscles, giant bones, innards so big you could drive a trailer truck through. Strange critters scuttling in the dark down there too. Big bugs and germs and worms and other queer things that you wouldn't believe. Me. Some kind of crab thing the size of a coyote crept out a week and a half ago, and we caught it crawling around the feed trailer. I got a good look at it before one of Dale's boys shot at it and it skittered away. And you can see, I'll zoom in a little for you blind hoes in chat. We had the funeral for the third roustabout to pass away this month on Tuesday. The papers are already talking gossip more than I like, and I'm hopeful that Bill and the other attorneys can keep the vultures and feds at bay. People don't understand until they've seen it and been down inside it, Colton. We're pioneers and explorers here. This is good work. This is God's work. Nobody knows what this mystery pit is, or what it eats, or how long it's been here. We need some guys with real smarts, not oilmen, doctors, scientists, and good decent folks who had nothing to do with this. I'm mighty glad that you've taken responsibility for holding down the fort back home while I'm out here playing the cowboy. You're a good man, Colton, the kind of quality individual they don't make anymore. Maybe I'm hoping I can find some of that goodness myself someday, maybe down in the belly of this beast. Give Samantha and the baby my regards, Jim Jackson. P.S. There's a company out of Fort Worth that I've called up to help with the exploration. I attached their card to this letter. Give their geologist a call and let them know the details. I'm told they're very good at what they do, and here we see for the first time the introduction of Anodyne Deep Earth Mining Company. And everything that is to come is Anodyne's issue, basically. And I also really like that in terms of how analog horror is crafted. I do like the idea that there are overarching companies behind it, because I think that that is quite unsettling as well, to think that there's these hugely funded conglomerates that are backing the deaths of many people. We see quite a few more drawings of the flesh pits. Biology, I guess, geology and biology, and this is quite important to note for later developments in the story. You can see the pit entry orifice and the visitor center are up here, directly above all of this. Yeah, it's just an incredible extent of how absolutely horrific this idea is. Every single part of the cave has its own miniature thing that makes it horrific. The thing that I find quite interesting is the amniotic ballast pools, the pleasure domes we will see later, but basically the Anodyne who turned it into a tourist attraction, they use their amniotic ballast pools to create these aphrodisiac pools, I guess, which I find quite interesting. It really is like a marvel of research that's gone into it. But let me get on to some more interesting things for you guys. Try to keep your attention a little bit more. This is quite important. We will see later. Sorry, I've got such a blocked nose. We will see later a lot of talk about the collapse of the visitor center. So it's quite important to know what the visitor center looks like and which bits are going to be referred to. So this is it, basically. We have... I don't... Yeah, so this is within the mouth of the beast. Or whatever it is. I don't know how to refer... The pit. This is within the mouth of the pit. And it becomes very important later. I just find it so funny how it has, like, picnic tables and all of this inside this Lovecraftian horror. But, you know, it's just good world building, I think. We have... Yes, so again, like, I'm sorry if this is boring to other people, but I really want to get as much analysis of the world building in this as possible, because it's the most impressive, I think, of kind of any analog horror. You have other analog horror like Gemini Home Entertainment and Marble Hornets and things like that, where they're amazing as standalone footage and atmosphere, but they don't have that level of extra world building that something like this, where they actually like put together these leaflets and this merch. And you'll see as well there's a talisman worn by one of the miners that we'll come across later, which I don't know, I just find it super impressive. This is larger pic of the park, you can see the scale of the mouth that we're referring to in comparison to the rest of it. So when we get to the story of what happened at Mystery Fleshpit National Park, you'll see like the impact that it has. But and again, I'm giving you time to read it so that I don't wear myself out. But the ineffective potential of nuclear deterrence as a defense against the Permian Basin superorganism. Basically, oh, posture check. Ah, June, why would you do that to me? My spine just cracked like 6 times. Yeah, so this is again, all completely made up, obviously, but incredibly well made. I will not play that yet, and I won't read this out to you because it will take far, far, far too long. So, a lot of what we're looking at, I can't lie, is the first time I've clicked on it. I've been scrolling through this website for the past like 2 hours trying to prep myself for this stream and things to say, but you know, so a lot of this new stuff that I'm clicking on is new to me. The dark and constantly shifting interior of the Mystery Fleshpit National Park has been a formidable challenge to navigation since its discovery. Tethered explorations early in the history of the park mitigated this problem, but more comprehensive surveys eventually required a novel solution. By using a standard magnetic compass in combination with a barometer, a directional bearing and relative depth within the organism can be obtained. Of course, these two items of information are alone insufficient and require a small assortment of other physical and chemical orienteering solutions to effectively navigate within the superorganism. Oh, thank you, June. Thank you. I think my nerves are getting the better of me a bit. And I don't know, I'm just reading out, but at least it might be chill for someone to listen into, like a podcast. Still, devices similar to the anodyne-produced unit photographed here have been and continue to be invaluable basic tools for park rangers, engineers, and technicians who need to know where they are within the park. And we've looked at it. Oh, what was that? Oh, thank you, Mido. Thank you, Mido. Happy to have you here. This, I believe, is James Jackson. I will not read all of this because I know all of this and I feel like people in chat, I don't know, there's not much interaction, so I'm not sure how interested people are with me getting every detail of this. I don't know, but oh, thank you, Mido. Thank you. I thought I'd do my makeup and get a cute little sweater on for my first stream, but I'll probably just go back to using my PNG because I do not have this level of effort most days. But thank you very much. I've already said to chat that, like, because I'm facing this way, because that's where my monitor is and that's where my webcam is on my laptop, I have to be constantly mewing, which is hard when I'm reading about eldritch horrors beyond human comprehension. But yeah, if people want me to read back on any of the things that I may have missed by skipping through so quickly, then I can. I'm just scrolling through all of the pictures now. This is one of the coolest parts of Mystery Fleshpit, I think, and something that when I do make my own, I would like to include. Like, how would a, like, sorry, my knee is up and about. How would a, like, corporation react to the discovery of such a thing? And I think Coke Heartthrob's really cool. I told you about the amniotic ballast thing, and so this is basically using the aphrodisiacs found in this Mystery Fleshpit, and creating like an aphrodisiac Coca-Cola. I think is really, really cool, and I think that's totally something that Coke would do, for sure, if it was an option, which I think is quite a cool way of thinking about it. This absolute horror on my screen is Bronchial Junction Accessway 7A. And this kind of, I don't know, something about this image, it just looks sticky, and I think that's really cool. This probably isn't scary enough for a lot of people. I think later in the stream I may start ignore my recommended videos, but I may go through some Petscop with you as well, because it's one of my favorite. Yes, thank you, June. It is very fleshy, very sticky. Looks like it's moist and smells absolutely awful. Again, just the amount of memorabilia that's been created for this thing that doesn't even exist, I think is really cool. And I think this is quite cool as well, like a tourist map of the, I guess, town of Gumption, and just the addition of Mystery Flesh Pit National Park in the top corner, alongside like Dairy Queen, Burger King, IHOP, Mackey's. It's very interesting how much thought has gone into all of this world building. We've seen this. We've seen this. And again, yeah, just very cool. Very cool. But I will get us onto the events that led to this now. Because that's where the horror kind of comes in, I guess. This is the only thing about Mystery Flesh Pit, is like, it is horrific as a concept, but it isn't downright scary. Like, I'm not particularly scared by Mystery Flesh Pit. I think it's really cool more than anything. Let me see where I can find it. There is also quite cool is the designs created specifically for this. The designs of the kind of equipment that they would have taken into the pit. The amniotic ballast being introduced into homes. This image, which I think is absolutely so cool. I think we'll see later as well, but there's whole like images of the designs that I can't remember his name, but the creator. There's whole images of the designs of the suits and the equipment that he has created for this, which even in and of itself is really impressive, like the engineering that's gone into it, because everything is so thought out. So this is the level of detail I would be wanting. You can see like the mobile mining platform series 3, the emergency alert system, just absolutely everything. That's a deeper analysis of the amniotic thermal springs. And I do think like a website based analog horror could be kind of cool, but I would want it to freak people out, and this doesn't freak me out too much, if you know what I mean. I want to see if I can find for you. I want to see if I can find for you the miner's necklace. Oh, this I think is also really sick. The amorphous shame, which is what Tuna calls me at home. It's basically the subterranean evolution of terranean animals, if you know what I mean. And so as you can see, it seems to hibernate in the crevices and fleshy little pockets of the mystery flesh pit, I guess. Which, you know, absolutely fucking disgusting. But also, who thinks of this? Like, who thinks of this? And why am I not them? I want to see if I can find for you. Sorry, I'm so sniffly today. My bad. In the incident report. Yeah, I'm trying to find you the incident report, which is where the horror kind of happens. Let's have a look and see. Oh, my favorite piece of world building. A flesh pit worker's prayer. Each day I descend into the deep, cutting meat to earn my keep. I pray to my Father in heaven above that I return to those I love. If somehow death and I should meet, as even the flesh pit needs to eat, I want my loved ones to be sure that in Jesus' arms I am secure. Just the intricate details of including that for one of the pit workers. I don't know. I think that it's very, 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 very cool. But might just be me. You guys might be hating every second of this. Okay, where is... I thought I had this open on a tab, but it doesn't seem like I do. There's a transcript, which I think might be one of my favorite formats so far. Like the use of transcripts on a website. I've got bots in my chat, and I have no mods. I need to make Tuna a mod, I think. I'm trying to find the actual log of what happened. There was a newspaper clipping. Stop me if you guys see it. There was a newspaper clipping, I think. Well, this just shows you kind of what happened. I'm just trying to find the bloody... Oh, also the added fact that there were like about Christian... Oh! Oh, thank you so much! Thank you! Thank you for the follow, Nermek. It's very nice to have you here. Yeah, the fact that there's like newspaper clippings of protests made by like really devout Christians who obviously thought this was some sort of satanic reintroduction of the Antichrist into the world. 2007 disaster report. I have found it, chat, don't you worry. So, I am gonna read all of this. How do I make someone a mod? I will make you a mod if you tell me how to make someone a mod. I am gonna read all of this, which may bore some people, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Prepared in cooperation with the U.S. Department of the Interior, the National Park Service, and the U.S. Geological Survey. Yes, Tuna, what? How do I make you a mod? I don't understand how to make you a mod. You can't just say oi at me. I need to know how to make you a mod. Oh, done. I didn't even need your guys' help. Okay. I will continue now, if that is alright. Prepared in cooperation with the U.S. Department of the Interior, the National Park Service, and the U.S. Geological Survey. U.S. Commission on Geobiological Resources and Public Safety, U.S. Geological Survey, U.S. Department of the Interior. This is all just like the plagiarism warnings and stuff like that. Okay. At 9:41 p.m. CST on July 4th, 2007, The Permian Basin Superorganism Natural Preserve, known colloquially as the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, experienced a catastrophic disaster which resulted in over 750 fatalities and over 1,800 major injuries. In the weeks following the incident, approximately 18,000 individuals from the surrounding communities sought medical and psychological treatment for ailments including breathing problems, chest pains, shortness of breath, nausea, birth defects, hallucination, depression, anxiety, internal bleeding, sore throat, and headaches as a direct result of contact with gastric ejecta, which had been introduced to the atmosphere. Gastric ejecta, I know you guys aren't dumb, but I will say anyway, gastric ejecta is like the sheer amount of vomit that came from the mouth of the flesh pit. Investigators have concluded that this disaster was chiefly characterized by a premature geobiological consumption event caused by the catastrophic failure of critical park infrastructure to constrain and limit the gastric, motor, and neurological actions of the Permian Basin superorganism. So what we see there is Anodyne and Jim Jones, their kind of desire to harness the park to tame the superorganism, and how it all fell back onto them. Like all good horror stories, it has a motive and a lesson, I suppose. The U.S. Commission on Geobiological Resources and Public Safety released its first report on the Permian Basin superorganism disaster in August 2007, the Interim Report, which highlighted technical findings and safety system deficiencies. The report issued recommendations to Anodyne Inc., the City of Gumption, Texas, the State of Texas, the U.S. Department of the Interior, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, and the U.S. Department of Energy. As of April 2008, these groups have made progress in implementing the recommendations to improve the regulatory requirements for geobiological resource extraction, geobiological resource containment, and general public safety as it relates to the Permian Basin superorganism. So, no, I will read these. It will help you understand the deep, deep lore of Mystery Flesh Pit, which I am realizing now probably wasn't the most interesting thing for me to do as my re-debut stream, but I'm here and I'm doing it. So, hello Namek, how are you doing? If you guys have any questions at all about analog horror or Mystery Flesh Pit or things you want me to look at on this stream, because this is actually just a research stream, I'm just trying to find like things that I would want to steal for my own when I get around to making it eventually. Anodyne was originally founded as the Anchor Mineral Co. in 1923. In 1958, the Anchor Mineral Co. merged with Dynamic Equipment LLC to form a new company known as Anodyne Deep Earth Mining, later changed to Anodyne. Headquartered in Arlington, Texas, and prior to its 2008 restructuring, Anodyne Corporation was the 23rd largest American company by revenue. Can it count if I make the series myself? If you've made analog horror yourself, then I would definitely look at it, for sure. But you can't steal my idea. Actually, like, yeah, you totally can. I have 4 viewers. I have no right to copy it. But if you like analog horror, if you make your own analog horror, you should do this project alongside me and help me make a good one. I don't. The only idea I have at the moment for it that I think I would like it to include, is like the horrific concept of biblically accurate angels and possibly cults or something like that, trying to recreate them. Because then we can add in the body horror. We've got some faith-esque biblical horror. I don't know. I'd be interested to try one day. Cults are very interesting. That's what I'm thinking. Is also I have nothing to do now that uni's finished for the year, because I just work and sleep. So I thought I may as well put my brain towards something actually important. You finish your whole series. What's it called? And what's it on? And I'll get to it as soon as I finish this incident report on Mystery Flesh Pit. Where would I find it? On YouTube. Okay, let's have a look. See, I'm gonna put on my my break time screen because I don't know what my YouTube search history is, but I'm still here, guys. Don't you even worry. Signal is still here. I'm not seeing. Yeah, Petscop Peak Series. I was gonna do Petscop on this as well. What's the YouTube name? Is it Rootkit on YouTube? Oh, I've got such a block nose. Rootkit Analog Horror. Ooh, okay, this looks interesting. Yeah, okay, you guys are back now. 1 second. She's back. She's back on screen. 181 subs. Okay, this looks very, very cool. I'll check this out as soon as I have read you this last bit of Mystery Flash Pit. Okay. Incident timeline. This is what all of the horror and the world building is leading up to, but this is also why I wouldn't want to do a website, because this is kind of where the scares start coming in and where like the horror of it comes in, and I would rather have like consistent throughout. But I don't know. You got to 30 eps. Okay, we will do that. I'm gonna have to get up and lock my door though before I start freaking out that I'm gonna get eaten. I may also have to make some ramen if this is gonna turn into a long stream, because I totally forgot before I started. Okay. 10:29 a.m. July 4th. Unseasonably high rains force park administrators to cancel a July 4th doggo reveal. I do not have a doggo. If you are talking about this is my Skog. And if you're talking about what I said before but wasn't clear, I said I was locking my door, not like taking out my dog. And I also have this guy. His name is White Guy Shark, for reasons that I can't disclose to you. But he's very cool. And this Skog shall be my companion, lest I get too scared by Rootkit. Okay. Unseasonably high rains force park administrators to cancel a July 4th concert and fireworks display scheduled to take place on the surface park grounds. Many visitors who had already purchased tickets to the event became upset, and a decision is made to extend the park hours until midnight for those who had purchased event tickets. Okay. Normal closing time for the national park. A typical shift change of reduced night staff in the control room takes place. So we have a later closing, and we also have fewer staff. These are all very important. Harvesting crews working in the western extremities of the organism set a new extraction record to meet a quota for bonuses in time for the holiday weekend. Control room operators initiate a routine system self-test and discover a relay fault error resulting from increased electrical demand from mining equipment and tourist infrastructure. A control room operator logs the fault and notifies an on-duty engineer. So we have a relay fault somewhere in the pit, and we will get to that in a moment. Water drainage from the surface drain into the entry orifice, which is the mouth, begins to collect in the sand gullet, so the throat. Drainage pumps are automatically activated by a sensor system but fail to initialize due to the relay fault. So I don't know if I have to go into this much detail about like what this all means. I don't know how silly you are in chat, but I'm going to assume you're very, very silly because you're sat watching me talk about Mystery Flash Pit. What would normally happen, since they opened the mouth to the superorganism, is that if water or mud or anything like that got into the sand gullet, which is the throat of the organism, the pit, normally the drainage pumps would activate and remove it to avoid any triggering of coughing, vomiting, etc., etc. But because of this relay fault, because of excess electricity which is keeping the park open for visitors, the drainage isn't occurring. So I think we can guess what's going to happen. rootkit style changed like 3 times. We'll have a look at it. I'm quite excited actually, because I was just gonna do Petscop, but I don't know. I'm excited to look at a new one. And when you say style changed, how do you mean? Like the story changed, or like the style of recording? A critical alarm in the control room alerts operators that the emergency water pump has seized and is inoperative. Under lubrication of the pump's impeller bushings resulted in corrosion due to the moist interior of the flesh pit environment. So even the backup pumps are not working because the flesh pit is so moist, which is a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. The flesh pit is so moist that it causes rust on the bearings. Technicians arrive at the primary pump station to discover the sand gullet almost completely submerged. Water begins to pour over the dorsal respiratory ridge and into the bronchial bulbils. Control room operators divert power to the hydraulic stent rams to brace for the expected choke response, the cough that the superorganism is going to emit. Technician A, I don't know if that's supposed to say that, but technicians repair the relay fault as control staff reset the park's electrical grid. The grid is offline for 45 seconds. The automatic PA system does not notify guests as the system is scheduled to automatically shut down at the normal closing time. The temporary lapse of lighting causes many guests to become panicked and return to the main gantry lift at the lower visitor center. So now not only do we have a overflooding of the sand gullet, and a possible choke response, which they've tried to reinforce by redirecting the electricity to the stents holding the throat open, we also have a massive rush of people towards the lower visitor center, which, if you remember the image I showed you, is within the beast and the only way that they can get out of the organism. Oh no, wait, why did your message get censored? What are you saying in my chat? I don't think I have any banned words or anything. Let me have a look soon. Let me have a see. No, I don't have any banned words. Oh, I see. I understand. So like an automatically banned one. Just type it like that and tell me again. A choking action from the organism begins 31 seconds into the electrical reset. The main dorsal trunk violently flexes. Lack of power to hydraulic arming rams causes irreparable damage to several sections of internal infrastructure. Okay, first it started out as a simple analog horror with slideshows, then it became mostly just found footage, and then schizo posting. Yeah, fair enough. We'll have a look at it. I think it's quite cool that it changes style so much, because that means that I can have a look at some more styles that I might like as well. And also, if anyone knows how to make video games, add me on Discord and help me, please, because I have no idea. If I want to do like a Petscop style, I make a video game and then do a stream of it, or if I just want to make my own video game like I would with Faith, or like if I'd want to do a website like this or a YouTube video, but I also don't know how to edit, so my options are rather limited, unfortunately. Oh, that's good if the story explains it. As the electrical system finishes the reboot cycle, the dynamic hydraulic actuators supporting the lower visitor center overcorrect for stability, not accounting for the shift in the wall lining of the nexial cavity in which the visitor center facility is anchored. So, oh, my laptop's freaking out. Okay. Oh, my laptop's really freaking out. That was weird. Maybe the analog horror was the stream we made along the way. Oh my god, why does it keep doing that? I kid you not, I am not touching my mouse unless to scroll like the tiniest bit. Okay. I'm gonna leave the website on, let it load up so that my mouse stops being haunted, thank you June, and I'm gonna lock my door so I don't get killed by Mystery Flesh Pit that has now clearly possessed my mouse and my room forever. Oh, can we get some commotion for the jorts as well? I think they're sick, but it might just be me. Give me 1 second. Okay, she's back. I hope you didn't miss me too much in the time it took for me to protect myself from Mystery Flesh Pit entering my room. Why do I look like that today? Okay. If it happens again, we're gonna go on to Rootkit because I've been staring at this website for nearly 3 hours now, and I'm tired. Okay. So what is happening so far, just to recap, is we have had an overflow of the throat, causing the creature to cough, and then a series of electrical failures have meant that the way that the power was redirected means that as the superorganism is coughing, it's basically shaking up the nexial cavity, which is where the visitor center and all of the people inside the visitor center are there while this is happening. So, also, I will send 3 videos that I hidden when you finish the whole thing. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, as the electrical system finishes the reboot cycle, the dynamic hydraulic actuators supporting the lower visitor center overcorrect for stability, not accounting for the shift in the wall lining of the nexial cavity. 2 of the 6 structural supports are torn from their foundation, which causes the facility to list 20 degrees off vertical. The base joint of the vertical entry gantry is bent beyond its design limit angle. The master alarm is tripped automatically. Surface facilities are notified as response teams are given the order to mobilize. Park rangers are dispatched to rescue groups of visitors trapped in partially collapsed tunnels and trails. Continued movement of the organism combined with rainwater causes one of the upper entry gantry supports to slip. An outbound elevator conducts an emergency stop, stranding over 24 visitors. So, it's not going well, basically. Oh, my nose is so blocked. See, now my nose is haunted by Mystery Flesh Pit. If I die on stream, that would make really good content. And I leave all of my fortune in the world to Tuna Fish, my mod. Trem is registered as far away as the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Soil liquefaction destabilizes surface facilities in and around the organism. Dilation anchors begin retracting to keep the entry orifice open. So, the thing that I find most interesting about this whole log of events is that all of it is to do with the fact that the flesh pit is a self-contained organism that people and companies have opened and forced to remain open through unseasonable rains, causing it to choke. And then, because they've stayed open later, all of the electronics are failing, all the people are rushing and trampling each other. There's just a lot of bad events all happening in one go. So, a master failsafe is activated by the automated park management system. 20,000 liters of aconitine compound are injected into the superorganism via a distributed network of relay stations located throughout its known internal anatomy. So they're trying to drug it now. Fun fact, I got 2 more series LMAO. Well, that can be what this stream is. I've got all night. We can just do all of Nermix and Lokara. I'm down for that. Tremors and convulsions intensify as the entry-gantry connection to the lower visitor center detaches completely. The lower visitor center begins to collapse downward into the nexial cavity. Peristaltic muscle action of the nexial cavity begins to exert substantial pressure on the outer structure of the lower visitor center facility. Peristaltic muscle action is gagging. It's the pushing up. So, like, the gullet and it's the monster, the superorganism is now coughing and retching because they've tried to drug it and all of these things are falling into its body that it's clearly trying to reject. So, the prime labioid junction just west of the septum falls geobiological feature flexes into an open position, releasing a torrent of lactogastric chyma into the dorsal trunk. It is likely that this was a reaction to the aconitine injection. So there we go. We have the superorganism now throwing up, basically, which is disgusting, but still not as scary as I need it to be. Rootkit and deprivatio are analog horror, and Opolsky anomaly is digital. Cool. I'm actually gonna copy that across so that I can have a look. See. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Peristaltic spasms force the caustic chyma slurry through the nexial cavity and up through the lower and upper moisture crops towards the surface orifice. The chyma, or the vomit, I guess, is now being forced through the area where the visitor center is and up and out of the mouth of the beast. Many guests attempting to flee the stalled elevator near the entry orifice attempt climbing out to the upper moisture crop, but are ultimately unsuccessful due to torrential rains causing the surfaces to become very slippery. Many end up falling back into the maw. The chyma slurry erupts from the surface orifice in a geyser several hundred meters in height. Large pieces of undigested organic matter crush several vehicles and damage windows. See, this is where it starts to get gross, but it still isn't scary, and that is my only issue with Mystery Fleshpit. Is it's also, I don't know if you could really class it as analog horror, as we view analog horror as like the YouTube videos, Walton Files, Gemini Home Entertainment, Mandela Catalog, but I just don't find this scary. I find it amazingly well done, but this is something that I wouldn't want if I were to make it a website, if you know what I mean. So, you know. Following the several-minute-long ejecta event, a deep and incredibly loud roar erupts from the entry orifice as ground tremors intensify further. Large extremities begin surfacing through bedrock and soil approximately 30 to 120 kilometers from the entry orifice. I'm going to skip a little bit now because I'm parched, but you can read on screen what's occurring. Ugh. Okay. So all that's happened now is more discussions of what the flesh pit is doing by throwing up and how it's breaking the world. And the Pentagon is given authorization to use nuclear force if necessary. There's something I will leave a lot of this, because if you want to read this, I don't want it to just be me reading it to you like a podcast. But this will be the last bit I read of Mystery Flesh Pit, and then we're going to go on to Rootkit in a second. Something I find quite good about Mystery Flesh Pit is the descriptions of the horrible things that are happening. So, response team encounters visit a group which had attempted escape from stalled elevator. Most are dead, the remainder are mortally wounded and partially digested due to caustic gastric ejecta. So yeah, we have an elevator full of, a lift full of partially digested human bodies. So things like that, I don't know how to explain it, but things like that, the horror of that, I think is really cool. But I would not want a website, I think. And now we're gonna go on to Rootkit. Nemek, I need you to let me know which one to go on. This one? And where do we start? I'm waiting on you, Nemek. I'm waiting on you. Gonna suck if they're no longer in chat, huh? I'm gonna start on the teaser and just assume we're working back from the start. And this is all new analog horror to me, so if I get very scared and very freaked out and have to turn the lights on and I cry, wait, go back. There are 2 playlists. The End is White. I'll start with the teaser. I want to get a full understanding. This is all new to me, so if I do get scared, you're gonna have to bear with, okay? Let me turn off my lo-fi hip-hop beats. They don't really add to the to the vibe, do they? Okay, and I'm gonna turn that down a tiny bit so I don't cry. I'm glad I'm doing this in daytime. Good atmosphere. Good sound design. Good teaser. No, Wendigoon, go away. I don't want you here right now. Okay. Awaken the God, Analog Horror, 4 minutes long. Is that the right place to start, Namek? This is your suggestion. I don't want to be messing it up. I'm going to assume that Awaken the God is correct. Yeah, thank you. Let's go. Loving the eye imagery. I just absolutely love the atmosphere of the VHS style, the shaky, the glitching. Something about it is just does it for me in terms of horror. I'm also finding horror movies pretty boring at the moment, so hopefully I can find some things that will interest me. Oh. Oh, I don't like it. The silence does wonders for the atmosphere, and I'm just here yapping through it, but I don't want to get too scared because I do have to sleep alone in my flat tonight. After the World Rootkit incident, people converted back to analog systems to avoid it. Okay. I'm liking the mystery. Something else I think I find quite good. Sorry to keep interrupting it, but this is how it's going to be. Like, if you wanted atmosphere, go watch it yourself. Give it views, subscribe, give it likes. I am here to analyze and research because I do want to make my own. But I think something I find really interesting about analog horror, this chair is the most uncomfortable thing I've ever streamed in, but we'll be fine, is how the use of Uncanny Valley, like if you think of all analog horror, um, like well, all of the main ones at the moment. So like Walton Files, Gemini Home Entertainment, Mandela Catalog, are all reliant on the uncanny and the freakiness of uncanny. And I think that the analog medium is in itself pretty uncanny, like the crypticness of the images through the glitching. I think it's really impressive, and I think it's the best horror medium we've had in years, other than books. I think films at the moment are not what they're supposed to be. But you see what I mean, like the obscurity of like, yeah, no, I more meant like I'm mainly thinking Mandela Catalog when I. And the jaunty tunes. I'm really liking the concept. I'm really liking it, and the atmosphere is really impressive. Oh, what a year! What a year! Oh no. I hate these. I hate these. I hate these. I hate these. He's just mewing at me. He's just smoldering me. Loading footage. Well, that's fucking horrific. That's fucking horrific. Well, don't worry, Namek. That's what mine's gonna be. Um, it will be nowhere as good as this seems. I don't I don't like I don't like what's occurring on my screen. I'm not a fan. This is really impressively made. You've done an absolutely incredible job here, to be fair. What video editor did you use, if I may steal it? Oh, just CapCut. Okay. Okay. Also, the silence is on purpose. The video is silent. It is building tension. I'm just a yapper. So, we're having a little movie night together. But do you guys understand what I mean about the uncanny of not quite being able to see what's going on through the analog medium? I think it adds just an extra level of incredibly fucking cool, basically.
What exactly is the sandbox then?
It's a 3D metaverse. The building blocks are voxels.
At least we haven't got ads or anything like that. Oh, Tangivirus as well is amazing. I should probably subscribe. Okay. Awaken the God. I like that a lot. I liked the playlist. Here we go. Is this made in? And is that too loud? Should I turn it? Okay. I also really do like, I will pause it because I'm quite invested, but I really do like when there's mysteries being set up, like the Bright Fever, etc., etc. Um, I think that it's really cool to do that right at the start and have it slowly discovered the same way like Petscop. At the start, there's so much going on to it, and it slowly kind of unravels as it goes on. I suppose that's just good storytelling, but it's something that you don't see a lot of the time. I do need to know, is it too loud? Is the desktop volume too loud? Can you still hear me if I'm waffling over it? I'm sure it's fine. Okay. How does that sound? One sec, it's going too fast. I forgot I should probably be reading it out for people. Patient hit Dr. Ernest Weber in the neck with metal fork 4 times. Ernest suffered massive blood loss. As of right now, is in a coma. Okay. Oh, this is very like Gemini Home Entertainment with the iris. Posture check myself. Bloody hell. I love the way it fries my brain. All the footage was done by you just going around your town. That's really impressive. Okay. I'll turn this up.
I was just done with the homework there. It drove me absolutely insane. Who knew math could be so difficult? By the way, when I was coming home from school today, I found so many of these white boxes around town. I don't know if you've seen them, but like, have you seen them anywhere around? Yeah, man, I found one near my house. I have no idea what's inside of them, but they look pretty weird. Yeah, they're super creepy. Like, I even went up and recorded one on my phone because I heard some sort of noise coming from it, and then as soon as I started recording, my phone just started glitching. And when I got closer to it, a massive buzz just completely went through the box, and it scared.
What accent is that? And is this you voice acting it? Because if it is, that's pretty impressive to be doing all of it. To be doing the recording and the voice acting. Irish, I thought so. I genuinely couldn't decide between Irish and Scouse. My hearing is gone.
Get the hell out of me, man. I'm not gonna lie. Super mysterious. Yeah, since there's one near your house as well, man. Do you wanna go check it out? Yeah, let's meet around the gas station in 2 hours. Sounds good. Alright, perfect, man. Alright, I'll see you soon.
Gas station in Britain. Petrol station. Oh, that's awesome. That horror dude. I'll probably check out his stuff as well. I feel really bad. Constant nosebleeds and really high temperature. No medicine works. I will go to the hospital. Maybe they can help. Let me guess. I got to the hospital and they said that I'm infected with bright fever. They said that once you are infected, there is no way of helping. I started hearing a voice in my head. Am I going crazy? Perhaps. Even when I sleep. Cool detail. Sorry to waffle again, but cool detail how it was slower typing out even when I sleep. Just such impressive writing, impressive editing. The voice is getting louder and louder. I can't stand it anymore. I knew the white boxes were something bigger than we originally thought. I can't handle it anymore. I fucking can't. Real me right now with my 4 viewers. The state police report on the suicide of a 16-year-old. Oh, never mind. I revoked my note. A note was found near his body. I couldn't take it anymore. I can't tell what that says. I'm sorry. On the night of September 6th, we got calls about white boxes, around 15 calls to be exact. 2 patrols went to investigate the white boxes. After 20 minutes, one of the 2 patrols found a white box. Wait, no, Mike. Yeah, no, I know it was the same text, but like something about the atmosphere of it made it coming on the screen feel like really imposing. I don't know, it seemed slower. Maybe I'm reading too much into it with my English lit A-level. But I thought it was really cool. From the report of one of the officers, he said that the box emitted a strange buzz, and when they tried taking a picture of it, it was very bad quality. I love the text. Beside the box, they also found a tape with the name Sat Vero. I don't think this tape's gonna be very nice. This is what was on the tape. There we go. This is horrible. Okay. The voice, like the text to speech voice, so creepy. Or did someone voice act that? Because that was really cool. After season 2 videos be on the playlist. Yeah. Season 2 where it shines. I can't wait. After the outbreak, my city is quiet. The water calms me down. Is this a reliable narrator with? Talking to her? The feeling of just me being here scares me. This is so cool. I found the entrance to the sewers. Should definitely go down there. The smell of rotting flesh. Oh! Perhaps not. Oh, a time skip. Okay. Oh my god, that's how old I am. It's a non-canon ep. Oh, I see. Just adding some world building. I like. Oh yeah, it says in the title. This is so cool.
The bright fever, as it's called, started mutating and transforming itself into an airborne virus, which means any person infected with it is a potential threat to the whole city. We advise to stay home for the time being and keep the radio on for the further.
I can see the COVID influence. I'm not a fan of that at all. The descriptions of some videos. We'll go back. I'll go back and look at the others. Let me finish this one first, though. I really don't like this. That
Are
face
you
there.
asking yourself how to deal with an infected person? If yes, we have the perfect solution. To deal with a person infected by bright fever, the only thing to do is...
That was cool. That was very Mandela catalyst. What does that say? I should put my glasses on. I should put my glasses on. That might help me. I was like, yeah, I'll wear my glasses for stream so I can read all of the cool things, but I did not put them on. The criminal has been located. Special forces were sent to the criminal's residency. The audio is really impressive. I like this. I like this a lot. The virus took over. And the white at the end. I see the references. Okay. Let me have a look at some of these descriptions.
You're watching a toothbrush play.
How do you translate binary code? That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, it's his fault, so there's a his. Let's have a look at you. I'm a massive fan of using binary code. I think that's a really, really cool little detail. The god is close. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. not Christian God. It would be fine either way. Okay. White is the key. I feel like I can't say that. I'll probably get banned from Twitch, but this is really, really cool. And then this is
The bright fever, as it's called,
beginning of
started
something. Okay,
mutating and
let's see.
transforming itself
Are we on
into
to
an
season 2
airborne
now?
virus, which means any
Let's have a look-see at season 2. So this is what you like. What god, or is the reveal of the god something important? And if it isn't, then what god did you take inspiration from, if any existing god? Quieres, quieres. Oh, that's the highest it'll go. Made it yourself. That's really cool. I think I. So this is a thing I would. I am not Christian, and so I would have to do a lot of research on angels, and I also feel like Mandela Catalog, Archangel Gabriel or whatever his name is. I don't know if it'd be too much of a cop out to do the creation of biblically accurate angels, but I don't know. It's been around 5 months since the attack. I cannot read that for the life of me. This is not your fault. I am stupid. Thankfully, it's already healed. Winter arrived. Food and water are harder and harder to get every day. Cut my arm around 2 months ago, okay. Both of my parents succumbed to the bright fever. I'm trying to find my brother. I found the statue while walking to the college. I hope my brother is there. That seems like a friendly statue. It's watching me. Something was stalking me on my way to college. I could hear it enter my house. It was getting closer to me every passing second. I had to hide quickly. Oh, oh, this is creepy.
On MyHeritage, you can build your family
the
tree
ads.
and
They
make
were the
amazing
ads.
discoveries
Yeah,
about your
that's
family history.
okay. Identification of cybercriminals. After a long study of the corpse, we discovered the cybercriminal's real name was Tyler J. Weight 185, height 5'10", gender male. And we have the body. Namek, this is really well made. You've done a really good job with this, to be honest with you. Oh, sorry, I've knocked my mic out. His body was in almost perfect condition. We still don't know the exact cause of death. Tyler J's family was interrogated for clues regarding his connection to the rootkit. We found out that he worked for an IT company before he disappeared in 2013. When the SWAT team raided his hideout, they found out 3 manifestos about humanity being a disease on Earth. It's fair enough. We just saw with Mystery Flesh Pit, humanity are the cause of all problems, I believe. Numerous homemade explosive and a still operational computer with a file named White End, and also a self-made AI program that spread the root around the internet. Okay, so Tyler J is an op. We've decided, guys. If me and the Mandem see Tyler J on the street, it's over. Winter is over and I still can't find my brother. I found a bike, so it's easier to travel now. A horde came close. Thankfully, they didn't see me. So what I know of the Bright Fever, when we get to one episode, I'm gonna reveal something big. Okay, you do that. It's great to have the creator of the series in chat for me to talk to. This is good inspiration. I feel so alone. Real. I mean, not real. No one here is currently infected with Bright Fever virus. Bright Fever. And the computers aren't trying to kill us. Unless they are. And the whole world is analog horror. And analog horror was the life we had along the way. I heard someone scream from inside the canals. The gates of hell. Cheery. Found a house. I'm sure you should definitely go inside though. Hopefully there's something useful inside. I doubt it. I think it's going to be horrible. I think I heard something coming from inside. What did I tell you? I guess someone was living here before. Poland was already creepy before the outbreak. Poland catching strays. Now it's worse. I heard something move. Is this a non-canon or is this still canon?
I want to be a game
Oh my
designer. Let's build our
gosh.
character in Vox Edit.
Yeah, you're Polish. Fair enough. I thought you were just for absolutely no reason, just being like, yeah, Poland sucks. I hate Poland. Poland's fucking awful. Just so unnecessary. Maybe the key to unlocking wonderful analog horror would be to move to Poland. Oh. Recovered documents from the Charité Hospital in Berlin from July 2021. Log 1. We are running out of medical supplies and government is not doing anything about it. That video took no editing. Oh. Log 2. Patients with bright fever are getting more violent. The government still didn't respond to our messages. A random ass blue light. Fair enough. I mean, if the content's there, the content's there. The situation is getting out of control. Most of medical staff is already infected with bright fever and there is no more medical supplies to help others. We are left to rot in here. The infected fully turned into those demons. I'm stuck inside the laboratory section of the hospital. I saw one of them rip out a door like it was nothing. These people with bright fever just sound like me when I'm in the gym, I can't lie to you. Sky turned red. That's usually not a very good sign, is it? Oh, that was loud and made me jump. That was loud and made me jump. My heart. I think I'm gonna enjoy whatever's coming next. I'm very scared. It was not here yesterday. some sort of schematics. Spotted a white car in the distance. More people are alive. I don't think so. The nest. Oh, it's so fucking weird. It's so creepy. Okay, good. I swear to God, these ads are ruining so much emotion. Oh, I keep 18 man, 195 bodies in the translation. Have subs on. Okay. They should be on. These ones in season 2 are actually making me like jump. I'm like afraid. I'm actually on the edge of my fucking seat. I'm so scared. If you stop at the right moment, you can see a guy with an axe. I don't want to see a guy with an axe. I'm scared. Why would I scare myself? That's a really cool detail to have added. Oh, okay, 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 okay. Namek, I have 2 questions for you. Okay. Number 1, thank you, June. I'm on the verge of tears here. I need to rehydrate so I can cry. Number 1, Namek. I know I said I wanted to be scared, but I didn't mean actually. So why have you done this to me? And number 2, why have you done this to me? Who even are you? Who even are you? You're new in my chat and you're already freaking me out. It's okay, guys, because death isn't the end, so I'm sure there's something really cheery waiting for everyone on the other side of it in this story. What does this mean? I can't turn captions on for this one. So the guy we see perspective in season 2 is the cyber criminal Tyler J. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, okay. So we're kind of seeing his descent into whatever the fuck happens to him. Is this he's alive but they faked his death? Okay, I was gonna ask that if he'd been brought back to life. Yeah, his descent into madness. Beaut, that's what we like to see. So that explains the style changes. I see. I understand. It's loud. I feel like a rabbit. I feel like prey. Hunted down by predators. Me when I don't hand in my uni work on time. What does this say? Or is it supposed to be? After the season, you should check death. Yeah, will do. This one doesn't matter. Okay. I'm starting to remember why I did what I did back in 2016. It's hard to save everyone. when no one can save you. Deep. Pardon? Pardon? Oh! Is that Morse code? Okay. This will take a moment while I have to go backwards and forwards. Let me just pop it here. Okay. That looks like 4 dots, 2 dots, then 3 dots. Oh, I don't know anything about Morse code. Okay. 2 dots and then 3 dots. His. That seems pretty accurate. And no. Dash 4 dots dot dash dot. Am I doing this right? Dash dot dash dot. I feel like I'm going insane. And then dot dash dot dot dash dot. Dot dash dot dash dot dot dash dot. His mind isn't his anymore. Yeah, that was going to save me quite a lot of effort going through it all. Infected nest is infested too. Cars too. I was trying to stop this from happening. Okay. 4, 12, 13, 1, 20, 20, 8, 5, 23, 3, 5, 15, 15, 6, 18, 5, 16. What could this possibly be? Dr. Matthews, CEO of Rep. I see. The void is staring at me. The sound design is genuinely incredible. Okay. So that was Rootkit. I really, really, really enjoyed that. Whilst Namek is sending me those videos, I am going to go for a pee break because I've drunk far too much water. But I will be back very soon. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, Stinkies, I'm back. Let me get this back up. Okay. 2 videos, one more is hidden in the description of one video in season 2. I was gonna look through these season 2 videos. I am gonna keep the lo-fi hip-hop beats off for the time being. Okay. Winter statues are beautiful, aren't they? Not really. I was able to escape the escape the infected that broke into my house. While on my way to college, I found this tape in an old police department. Looks pretty weird in some place, but I guess it's because it's old. False. Okay. Houses in spring are creepy, aren't they? Hell came up to earth, red cell lights. I'm curious as to what these numbers are. Because they were other in that other video as well. It's numbers to letters. Okay. Alphabet with numbers. Fucking leave me alone, okay? I'm stupid. Right. Let's have a look-see. 28.5. I'm gonna have to be typing it out in the top. I'm so 20, 8 and 5. Okay. There is a website for translation. Thank the Lord. You're saving me a lot of brain power here, Namek. Thank you very much. Oh god. Okay. The hive mind is somewhere here. Oh. It's always good to know, isn't it? You know. Love it when the hive mind is somewhere near. Rotting in a place made to save people, how ironic. True. I have found it. So 18195. Recovered footage. I found a house near the edge of town and found a camera with blood stains around it. My memory loss is becoming more frequent than before. The past victim of REP. Okay, this one has nothing. I feel like that's somehow worse. The infected stopped existing, and I have no idea where they are. Maybe for the best. My brain is rotting, my eyes are rotting, my soul is empty. There's better states to be in. I tried to save everyone from them. Red strings? Is this... What is this? Is this button smashing or does this have a translation? And I'm sorry if it's Polish. Caesar cipher. I'm so stupid. Caesar cipher. Okay. Can I do it in reverse? Doesn't seem like shift 6. I don't think I can live for much longer and my time is slowly coming to an end. I'm absolutely loving that I'm going on all these little side quests and it's all just these cheery, wonderful messages. Loving it. Loving every second. And beginning of the end, we have more binary. A lot more binary. No, why did I do that? That was silly of me. Okay. In the beginning, 18 created the earth and will make it happen again. Cute. Cute. Okay, so we've got an earth rebirth occurring. I fuck with that. I fuck with the earth rebirth. Let me watch these ones you've sent me. If you are sending me a virus, Mermek, I know your Twitch name, and I will hunt you down. Which should I watch first? Should I watch the one in the description, or should I watch the ones you've sent me? What are we reckoning? The one in the description, okay. It was on 18/195. This town feels too out of place. Buildings that didn't exist yesterday now do. This feels like a dream. That was too loud. That was far too fucking loud. That scared the actual shit out of me. Purgatory program. What are you? What is this? What is this cipher? If it's anything. No, Meg, I'm relying on you here, buddy. I don't know shit about ciphers. It's just the same Dr. Matthew one. I see. We're deciding. Okay, and now let me watch these bad boys. It's taking me onto opera. I'm scared. Your basement. God, I feel like if I filmed an Animal Crossing around where I live, I wouldn't be like able to go out anymore. I'd be so afraid. The atmosphere is absolutely incredible. You've done a really, really good job. Oh, a friend. At least we have friends. Oh, hi, Dr. Matthew. You seem lovely. Lovely and cool. Okay, now the second one. The 18 created the world and will rebuild it. They will fill the world with pain and suffering and leave joy and happiness. False. Red strings are the foundation of everything. The rootkit virus was a manifestation of red strings in the human eyes. Bright fever was the cure that started cleansing the world. Huh. In 2013, I had a vision that showed me what will happen if I won't rebuild the Earth. I was mind controlled by the Void, the creator of everything. When it was done using me, it put me in a simulation that was slowly becoming more dead, and as the time passed, Rootkit was never a virus. My mind is gone by this point and is fading away into nothingness. This is my last message for anyone that is still alive. Rootkit was never a virus. I am sorry for what I have done. Ah. This is really fucking cool. So, okay. After that, there are 4 more vids. Alright, are they on the channel? Is it from memories, I guess? Okay. Okay. Wait, I want to make sure I'm getting them in order. Okay. have Mary. God, the sound design is so impressive. Wait, I can see you in my dreams. Romantic? There's nothing scary about anything that's occurring on my screen right now. Wicked dreams. Spicy dreams. Oh. By REP Restore Earth. I can't read it. I'm so blind. I'm sorry. I don't know why I had some guys playing an instrument as recommended. It doesn't feel like it's really adding to the vibe, does it? Okay, exit. Oh, Restore Earth Project REP. I see. I think I found. Hmm. This is really, really cool. Okay, rest your soul. I'm properly invested now. I can escape. After over thousands of years of torment. The forest I grew up in. Okay, horrifying, just horrifying, just absolutely horrifying. Mary kept me alive for this long. She has no control of me anymore. I feel like Mary might be about to meet a sticky end. Anyone else in chat? The nightmares are finally over. Wish I could relate, but after this I'm not sleeping, I believe. The Heavenly Father can finally grab my soul and let me rest. Why? Why suggest me music? Why not the next video that I clearly want to watch? Okay.
The world when I left the simulation was a wasteland. No living soul was left behind. In the distance, I could see the town I was locked up in for over 1,000 years. Well, what was left behind of it at least. I walked into my house, I saw the computer somehow untouched, typing out one message. It was a vibrant world over and over. The next months, years, tens of years I spent trying to revert the damage I have done to the world. I used the cursed computer and broke it over my head, resulting in me now saying this message on June 2nd, 2024. Locked up in a mental asylum as a crazed man who lost his mind.
Oh wow, what a utterly sick series. That was really, really, really impressive, Namek. Do you have any extra lore that I haven't picked up on for me to mull over in my research? I'm still, the whole schizopath came in with that last step. I see. I liked it a lot. Right. So I'm gonna give my analysis of what I think occurred, but I don't think it's correct because I am rather stupid. So Bright Fever was basically like a much more terrifying zombie virus, caused by something to do with digital electronics. Hello, Lisa. um, and this guy, the criminal, was kept somewhere for 1,000 years, being tormented for what he did. just correct me of anything that I'm saying wrong, because I'm not 100%. And whilst he is doing that, does anyone else have any requests for analog horror they want me to watch and commentate on? I was thinking maybe Petscop next, but it is entirely up to my little chat. You can scroll on the analog horror Reddit. Void used him. Have you guys seen Gemini Home Entertainment? Because we could do that as well. He has no control of his actions. I see. I see. We could do the Walton Files. I have missed the Walton Files. Then he was placed in the simulation. Alright. I have one more series less interesting but not very long. I'd be down to watch it, but I want to see if my clearly very active chat want to watch anything else, because we could do Gemini, or we could do Walton Files, or we could do Petscop. It's entirely up to you, fellas. I'll pop my lo-fi beats back on for us in the meantime. I am researching at the same time as watching, so forgive me, but I think I would like to do something including transcripts. I think it makes it very, very cool. I don't know if I will be much longer because I have school tomorrow. Yeah, understandable. You head to bed. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming, to be fair with you. I kind of just wanted to introduce this series idea and see how people felt, but my chat's not been super active today, so I'm not 100%. But you guys can defo follow along when I start making my own. If I start making my own. I might get too freaked out. But thank you so much, Namek. That was a really, really cool series. You should be very, very proud of yourself. And I will also be stealing your expertise when it comes to me making my own. I do feel like I need to learn how to edit videos. So perhaps that will be my next project once I finish this stream. Dude, my message got banned again. You're having a horrible time in my chat, huh? Oh wow, that's sick. Why she got ginormous titties though? Unnecessary. I'm digging this background music. It's really adding to the horror. See, this is something I don't like in analog horror for the people that are listening. Like the weirdcore style, like this with just the random eyes. When it's not done well, I think that it can be really gimmicky. By the way, on this sub, there is one video that I didn't use for Rootkit. Ooh, maybe I'll stumble across it. Since I am now Rootkit's #1 horror fan. So it seems like from my research, you can search Rootkit in the search bar. I will. I was just scrolling until people responded. But Rootkit was sick, and I will be stealing your... Right. Where am I looking? I need my glasses back on. I feel naked without them. Where am I looking? If you were sent to the last analog horror you watched, how dead would you be? I think I'd live. I think I'm built different. Okay, lo-fi hip-hop beats. Hush now. Yes, thank you, Piers in chat, for ruining the immersion of the video I was watching. I see. Okay, so the 18 men, 195 dead. It has a lot more context, I think. I really, really, really like Rootkit. I think for mine, something that I like is a massive thing in analog horror is the kind of the virus and the what the hell? See, my computer's actually fucking haunted now, guys. I'm scared. Analog horror. Yeah, it's the use of viruses. I feel like, because initially I did want to do something similar to a virus, because I thought it'd be kind of cool, but the more I think about it, the more I think that so many people have done it in so many better ways than I would ever be able to do it. Oh, hush you. Than I would ever be able to do it, that I think I'd rather do something culty and probably biblical so I can... Hey, it's Vito. No, we don't. He's great. Hi, Vito. Glad to know you're all watching the stream. I'm really glad to hear that you're all at the pub and you're watching my stream because you have nothing better to do. I'm thinking maybe the next one we do should be Walton Files. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vito. You guys can decide for me then. Should I do the Walton Files, or should I do Petscop, or should I do Gemini Home Entertainment next? Right, great responses, great responses. I'm loving the activity I'm seeing in my chat today. Hey Eve, it's Miles, nice stream, we're watching from the pub. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'll do Gemini. I know you're watching from the pub, and I'm severely embarrassed. But I'll live. I'll live. I also need to know if the desktop sound is too loud, because I can turn it down. Let's watch this, and after this I am gonna have to stop the stream or do something nicer because it's starting to get dark and I will end up really freaked out and I'm home alone. So this is one of my favorite ever analog series, so I really hope people watching it for the first time in chat like it. It's sick. World's Weirdest Animals, and it's just a picture of Miles. I'm receiving a call. Yes. Hello. See, now my phone's fucking haunted. No, like, I'm blaming you entirely for the fact you've done this to me. And also, why would you call me? The people in chat who just called me. Silly geese. This can be a watching experience for us all. Greater Prairie Chicken. I think this is another really cool technique using analog horror where everything is so fine at first, then just gets so much worse, which is what I was thinking I would do with mine. Thing is I'm a writer. Like, I love writing. I have a novel on the go at the moment, but I feel like tapping into a medium I haven't actually tried before, and doing horror writing, which I rarely do. I like writing gore. A lot of my action scenes are pretty gory, but I've never really tapped into horror. Oh, June, stop embarrassing me. I know it's bad, okay? Maybe I'm just meant to be consistently slouched. Again, the sound design, just so cool. Just so cool. Why am I receiving more notifications? Had no experience while making rootkit. It's honestly not bad leaning back, just redeeming it just because. No, but you don't understand. Look how I'm sat. You were so right for that. Oh, then in that case, I'll keep up. Please do, and come into my chat. Come hang out. I keep asking questions. It feels like it's just me and Nermek on a call together. We're currently having a watch party of Gemini Home Entertainment because it's one of the best analog horrors in existence. And I want to know why it's the best so I can steal that idea and use it myself. Best ideas are stolen. Thank you very much. Stolen and built upon, which is what I'm hoping to do. After this first Gemini video, I am going to take a break and grab some ramen because I'm starving and I forgot to make food before I began. Well, I ate a whole ramen and didn't realize I'd still be hungry. But I'd only be like 10 minutes. So you guys can all take a break too. I think the main thing I'd need to work on would be the sound design. I obviously, once I learn how to edit videos, I need to learn how to make them scary. But I don't know. I may even end after Gemini. Go EP time. The sound of screaming was literally a TikTok guy screaming in the gym. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool Easter eggs. Burn the bodies lest they stand up again. I fucking love this scene. I think it's so cool. This has now just turned into me fangirling over Gemini and not even interacting with chat anymore. Just the atmosphere is so incredibly good. And something I do like about Gemini, yeah, I'll be going, need some sleep. Fair enough. You go EP times. Something I really like about Gemini as well is the subtlety of the horror. And the way they, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very cool. Looks like videos I take on my phone. Android user. See you, Nermek. Thank you so much for your suggestions, and hopefully I'll see you in my next upload of this series. Thank you. I'm not actually going to explain anything about Gemini because I want everyone to watch it with me and experience it. But it's fucking horrifying if you couldn't tell from the entities upon your screen. I hate hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it so unbelievably much. I would really like to do found footage, but I have no one who would volunteer to act in it. So maybe I'll send out a little audition thingy. You love found footage. Me too. I want to know how to make it. Thing is I act as well. Like I used to do shows all the time, so I could act on my own. Then I'd need like someone to film it and stuff like that. But Gemini's sick, basically. I think either I'm gonna have a break or I'm gonna come off stream because I'm finding it quite difficult to do all of the viewer interaction when there isn't really anyone in chat, which is totally not your guys' fault. I think it's just because I'm streaming at the same time as like people who the rest of my community is watching. So I will definitely be coming back to this series and you guys can follow along. No, I won't. I'm not gonna blame you. Like other streams are occurring, it's totally fine. But I am gonna come back to this series on another day where, like, I would be the only one streaming, so I can get a little bit more chat interaction. Because it's kind of needed for stuff like this. I was hoping that like we could all work together on making it. So I'm gonna come off. I'm gonna do some learning how to um, edit videos. But thank you so much, June, for being in chat and hanging out. It's been very much fun, and I definitely will be going back to streaming. But I am hungry and I am tired, and I need to cleanse myself of the fear. When nobody's streaming, we can blast you to all the discords. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I kind of didn't want it to be too crazy for my first stream, but it is quite difficult to do all the chat interaction when there isn't really any. So it's totally not your guys' fault, and I'm sure next time I will be able to chat longer. But thank you so much for joining me. This will be uploaded to my YouTube, and I will try to edit it tonight probably. So thank you very much, June. Thank you. I thought so too, and hopefully next time, if I do a bit more planning, it will be easier to kind of keep it going. But thank you so much, and I will see you later.